Freegle is a volunteer-run and community-led charity. We provide an online platform which allows people to give away and get things they need locally for free. It's like online dating for stuff. We have been cutting waste, helping people and protecting the planet for the last 16 years. And Freegle really works. 8 out of 10 Freegles are successful. We cover the whole of the UK and have 4.5 million users nationally. It's great news for people, purse and planet. Over the last year, across our 500 or so local Freegle communities, we have helped people reuse around 411,000 items. One of those items was a sofa. More about that later. Recycling is great, but we can't recycle our way out of the climate emergency. We need to consume more sustainably. Keeping things in use for longer is a great way to achieve this. Over 6 million people in the UK do not have access to essential furniture items like sofas and beds, and yet more than 35,000 items which could easily be reused are disposed of every day at council tips. Alleviating poverty goes hand in hand with our sustainability mission. We help families on low incomes get stuff for free so they don't need to make financial compromises elsewhere in their lives. We'd like to tell you a story which will help to explain why Freegle is so special. The story starts with a sofa and its owner, Dan. It's also a story about the very simple but very powerful action of reuse. It's a tale about waste, climate action and hope. It's also about people, communities, sustainable consumerism, behaviour change and helping others. Dan bought the sofa for his first flat. They've had some great times together, films, evenings with friends and lots of cups of tea. But now he's moving in with his partner Charlie, and between them they have one sofa too many. Sounds like a simple problem, but there's quite a few ways that this could go. Scenario 1. Dan calls his local council to have the sofa collected or takes it to the tip. There's no happy ending here, unfortunately. The sofa will be sent as waste. Sometimes it's recycled, but that's rare. In fact, only 17% of the UK's waste furniture is ever recycled. Scenario 2. Dan leaves it outside his flat on the street. Surely someone will want this, he thinks. It's a really nice sofa. But it rains. It's the UK, obviously it's going to rain. Some local dogs pass and mark their territory. Sofa is ruined. The council picks it up as fly tipping. Sofa wasted again. Scenario 3. Whilst at work on Friday, Dan's friend mentions Freegle and tells him about some nearly new baby equipment he just got, all for free through the app. He's raving about it. Dan goes online to see what all the fuss is about. Dan visits the Freegle website and also downloads the app. He adds his postcode, snaps a photo of his sofa, writes a quick description and lists it on Freegle. Job done. Dan sits back and waits for local Freeglers to reply to his post. Dan doesn't know this, but behind the scenes at Freegle, there are hundreds of volunteers who check posts, provide support and iron out any issues. All this sterling work helps to keep Freegle running safely and smoothly for everyone. Dan has a quick browse to see what else is listed. He spots a nice pot plant, some kitchen scales and an air fryer. He sends a quick message to ask for them. As long as it's legal, anything can be Freegled. Someone, somewhere will almost always find a use for the things you no longer need. Later on, Dan's phone pings. He's been offered the kitchen scales. Great! They are just round the corner, so he pops round to collect them. Dan's had several replies to his sofa post now, by the way, and after a bit of consideration, he's decided to give it to Amina, who says she can pick it up. Amina and her family are moving out of temporary accommodation into a new place across town. She's super excited about getting hold of a sofa for free and says it will really help make her house into a home. When Amina picks up the sofa, she thanks Dan, who is touched to know that his actions have made a real difference to someone in need. He's so pleased he found Freegle and that the sofa found a new home. Later on, Amina decides to share her story on Freegle. Our user stories show us that Freegle benefits communities through the good, bad and ugly times. Freegle is there for all of life's stages. For example, people moving into their first place, having a baby, downsizing, starting over again, people clearing a property after the death of a relative, people getting rid of sofas, and everything in between. Most people in the UK have a Freegle community close by. There are always plenty of folk nearby giving and getting stuff for free through the platform. With Freegle, reuse becomes a normal, simple, everyday thing that anyone can do. You can find us on social media too. We reach out to 90,000 followers with fun, educational and inspirational content. Freegle helps people to rethink their relationship with their stuff. One person's trash is another person's treasure. Each year, Freegle generates a whole host of environmental, social and economic benefits. Reusing things rather than throwing them away cuts waste, helps people, protects the planet and saves money. The planet is already so full of stuff. When we constantly buy new, we are using up precious resources and adding to the problems of pollution and climate change. Reusing furniture, for example, like Dan's sofa, saves 6 times more CO2 than recycling it would. And when an item is made available for reuse, it means that someone somewhere can access it without the need for a new version to be manufactured. When something gets reused through Freegle, it's rehomed for free, saving money, especially helpful for those on low incomes. We work with local councils, community groups and other organisations that share our aims and values to deliver impactful on-the-ground projects and campaigns. The future is bright for Dan's sofa. After Dan successfully Freegles it to Amina, she uses it for a number of years before Freegling it again to a local youth club. The older children learn how to refurbish the sofa as part of a skills project, making it look brand new again. Thanks for watching. Please visit ilovefreegle.org to list an item or have a browse to see what's on offer for free nearby to you.